Hey folks, Quill18 here, bringing you another episode of a Let's Play Civ 4 with the Rise of Mankind mod. Again, there will be a link in the description box with directions on where to go to grab the mod if you want to try it yourself. So, we are playing on a very, very big map with a fairly slow timescale. I can't remember exactly. Where's the victory condition screen? Is it here? No. It's somewhere. I don't remember where to go to check for that. But I think we're on marathon speed, so very slow. So we are skipping some turns from time to time. It's not all going to be on video, and in fact, I've done that here. We have approached to one turn away from Stonehenge, which I believe I want to pick up because the obelisk is the unique building for Egypt, and this will give us an obelisk everywhere. Give us more culture, help us pump our borders better, and we are already creative, but this will just make everything a little bit better. I apologize for any background noise going on right now. There's a bunch of spring cleaning going on in my house, and there's going to be a bunch of water running, so nothing I can do about that, really. Unless you guys don't want a video today, but I figured better to just do one. Yeah, so pace of the game still fairly slow. Got lots of places marked for expansions. We have discovered a couple of technologies, such as stone tools, which revealed that we actually have lead right outside of Thebes, which is very nice, although I don't think we can get it until we gain the ability to cut down jungle. Oops, that's not what I meant to do at all. What was I researching? Because apparently I just unchecked something. I don't know, but let's check here. In regular Civ, you need ironworking. Yeah, you still need ironworking to be able to remove jungle, which is a long way away. Why do we need priesthood? Because we need monarchy, and priesthood is one way to get monarchy. Holy cow. So yeah, we're not going to be chopping down that jungle for quite some time. Could pick up sailing, but I don't think, we don't really have any coastal cities that it matters for. It is nice, the idea of doing exploring versus via the sea, but in Rise of Mankind there's all these storms that keep sinking your boats early on, so it doesn't seem worthwhile. We don't need the coastal trade just yet. So I think I was researching technologies that were revealing resources to help with your expansion plan. So I don't know what just got cancelled. Maybe I'll pick up weaving because it's pretty quick on. And then maybe we'll go for pottery, frankly. It doesn't reveal anything, but granaries are very good to help us grow a little bit faster. And it's pretty cheap. I mean, we could just go straight for pottery, but this will at least reveal something. Reveal sheep and silk. So that sounds pretty good. Still early on. So you know, we're in the past. Our people are still very primitive. We've only just learned stone tools. So it'll take us, you know, we're just trying to survive out here. The fact that we've got a second city is incredible. And all we've done is rounded a corner around a lake. And I keep hitting the wrong hotkey because I've been playing Galactic Civilizations. And my hotkeys in my brain are all mixed up. Alright, let's skip the turn, and let's get ourselves Stonehenge. Yeah! Woohoo! Oh, apparently I have movies and everything turned off. Sorry if anyone was hoping to see that. Stonehenge, so now Memphis should have itself a free obelisk, yay! +1 culture. We can turn people into priests later on, and extra happiness if we use the Divine Cult Civic, which we don't have access to just yet. We just finished a farm here with the worker. It is suggesting we go over here and build on the sugar, but we can't actually build plantations yet. So, apparently, how is this tile farmable? How does this tile have fresh water? Whereas this one doesn't? That's really weird. This jungle tile is spreading irrigation, because I don't think the farm is. I mean, if the farm was, then these two tiles would be irrigated. Well, you know what? I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to go here and build a farm. I think this may be related to an old bug or something. I think this used to happen. Part of the map generation. Sometimes it'll put rivers and then take them away or something like that. And sometimes things can still be flagged as fresh water. See, this hill is fresh water. So is this tile here. Actually, this one as well, and these. This is fresh water. No, that one makes sense. Curious and curious. It's not even floodplain spreading here. I'm very, very curious about how those are fresh, but I'm not. God damn it! I'm doing it again. So what I'm doing when this pops up, by the way, is I want to check to see if there's any units left to move. Normally, I hit W for that. That just tells that any active unit I've got to wait and then cycles around. But in Galactic Civilizations, use tab for that, and that pops up this box. So Yeah, God. Having to change my hotkeys is so screwy and annoying. Alright, so yeah, let's skip through these turns because there's really not going to be much. We're building a warrior in Thebes just because they didn't have one, and we're actually going to want to build a settler next. Because we want to expand. We might want to do it with the Javelineer, actually. Javelineer does have more strength. We could leave the warrior behind in Thebes because they'll provide happiness and whatever. And warriors get a plus 25% to city defense. Javelineers don't, but they just have a higher strength. And yeah, what the hell? In fact, if we just killed 12 turns, then our population would grow one more, which would let us work another improved tile, actually, and a lot of food and production, which would really go a long way towards getting our actual settler out quicker. So yeah, we'll build some military units. We can use them as scouts as well. And I'm going to, make sure you stick to high food production, actually. We just want to grow as fast as possible. So that'll shave. That shaves 2 turns off our growth. Slows down our Javelineer considerably, but I think that's okay because my priority is actually to get the settler out, not these guys. So you just fortify in here, and let's skip a turn. And skip. And skip. It's going to be a lot of turn skipping early on because things are just so slow. Worker done in Memphis. Great. And we're going to let you actually start growing now because you have just created 2 workers. A butchery. Slightly higher percentage of food, assuming we've got some of these resources hooked up. We do already have cows, I believe. I'm not convinced it's worth building this yet because it's only going to be plus 3%, but maybe when we get a few other resources. So, but I do want you to grow. Don't need a healer's hut right now. We don't need the health. So I think we might just build more Javelineers and use them as scouts. We could build actual scouts, but I think they're going to get taken out by barbarians way too quickly at this point in the game. So, okay, worker complete, and you know what? We've got some farms going on. We're going to have you build a mine up here. Good stuff. And actually, this warrior, I'm having him fog bust, but he can actually venture out a little bit further now. We're going to have you fog bust over on this hill. And what I'm trying to do is just keep the warrior, the barbarian units at bay. They won't spawn near your units. Good. Got those cows hooked up. They're being worked and everything. An excellent tile. Lots of food from this farmland. Farms are so much stronger than they used to be, I think. You know, why don't you go and improve this floodplains? We may want to get rid of these farms later on, actually. But for now, they're going to be very helpful. Yeah, you just sit right over here and park. We have revealed more and more different resources. We've revealed olives and lemons. I think we already had wine before here. But definitely identifying some optimal city sites. This apple here isn't actually going to be worked with by anyone, which makes me wonder if I should move this this dot here. But if I move this away, I mean, I'm either going to be on the banana or here, which is just going to have tons of overlap. I think we're just going to have to accept the fact that this apple is not going to be worked directly. But we can, of course, still hook it up. We will need the ability to cut down the trees, and we need bronze working and fermentation, apparently. So to build an orchard, I guess? I don't know. We've got lots of money in the bank. We are losing slightly amount of money despite the fact that but we are at 100% research rate. I'm very happy with our economy right now. But that will drop quite quickly as we expand. Good, good, good. 3 turns away from our city growth. So we'll start another Javelineer, but we're going to try to remember to switch to a settler as soon as he's done. And I may as well move it out. Or I guess we should pick what city site we want to go to next. It's very important for our stability that we don't go too far away from our capital. On the other hand, there's a real dead zone here that I'm just not terribly impressed with. Like, if we could go here, I mean, there's lots of fresh water, so that much is good. But, you know, and I guess there would be potatoes, and we get it pretty quickly as we got the obelisk and everything. And the stone would let us build certain wonders faster. In fact, it would have been nice for the Stonehenge, frankly. But they're not the greatest of city sites. This would be even closer, potentially, and it actually does have 3 resources now that I think about it. We can build a workboat, a fishing boat, I think. Oops, that's the wrong button. Yeah, we've got fishing, so we could go here, which means we could improve the wheat. We can't get the bananas yet. Now, we'd be on a Plains Hill, which is very nice. We would have the bananas, which is awesome. And apparently this is a freshwater tile, not that we can build a farm on a hill. So this is going to be mostly a work of the sea location, which is potentially okay. We can't... Why is that? That's weird. Why is this pop-up stuck? There we are. We could pick up sailing and then build a lighthouse, which would actually make the site fairly decent. But I think what I would really like is this spot here, because we could work... we don't have fermentation yet, but we could hook up the horses. Oh, we can't do lemons either. Huh. We could do the lead, the horses, and we could farm up the area because we'll have fresh water. This spot, to me, is potentially the sweetest. Although, there's not a whole lot of places you can farm, and this isn't even on a fresh water, so it doesn't get the fresh water bonus. And we don't get olives yet. We'd have corn, and we'd have cows, and that would be worth something. So I guess early on, I don't know. I'm really, really stumped. Frankly, we should go for this site. It's got lots of fresh water, so we can build some farms here. They'll get the food bonus from the potatoes, plus, just being a farm, which is excellent. We can get the stone, which is going to help us get production. Later on, this will be a pretty good production site. Another farm location here. That's good. And some places we can mine. You know what? This is going to be a great place at this point in the game. So I'm just going to stick my Javelineer there just to make sure to guard the area a little bit. And you are just going to build a farm. Memphis is going to grow super fast. And might be a good, great people farm early on. We'll see. Skipping turns. Javelineer is done. Right, you're going to be fog busting. Trade caravan, I don't think is going to be useful right now. Although it's really good against wild animals. It moves just as fast as a scout. And has twice as much strength. It's going to be perfect. It's probably going to be immune to wild animals. It's just going to have to worry about actual barbarians. That's an interesting idea. Of course, it's much, 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 much more expensive, so maybe no point. You know what? You're going to start... No, it's too early for a workboat. Just, you know what? Just build me more Javelineers. We're going to have... do we have a warrior kicking around? We're going to have the Javelineer go down here. We're going to have the warrior come up to the city to use the city bonus. So, Thebes has grown. Ooh, almost. I guess I did miss it slightly. You are going to start a settler. 23 turns. So, actually, after the Javelineer, you could probably start on a workboat. And then we'll have the workboat in place to improve the clams, the pearls, instantly when we go and settle that city. Oops, there we go again. See what happened when you hit W? It centers on the unit, which is super cool. So, and now we're actually going to move. We'll improve another tile here, but we'll move a worker up there pretty soon to improve that that wheat. Oh wait, I'm being silly. We're actually going to expand here first. So we don't need the workboat quite as quickly. Oh, we've discovered sheep near Thebes. Oh my god, Thebes is awesome. And silk too. Now we will need a silk farm, which apparently we can build now. Oh my god, okay. Wow. Alright, first DQ the workboat, because we're not actually expanding where I thought we were. Yeah, just fortify there. Actually, we are actually going to want to do another swap, now that I think about it. You go there, you come here. We want the warriors defending cities and the Javelineers out in the wilderness. And actually, you can go quite a bit further here. Where are you going to go? Here? Yeah, that'll block off a choke point. That'll be pretty good. Not a great deal of visibility, but that's alright. Okay, that finished, so that's good. You are going to come... Oh, we need masonry. Well, we better rush that out then. Masonry first, then we'll go back to pottery, because I still like the idea of pottery. So we'll need masonry to improve that. So you come over here to the potatoes. Actually, build me... do a road all the way to the potatoes. Just to make sure my cities are connected. There should already be a path. Yeah, here. It's subtle, these paths, but what do you expect? We don't know how to build roads yet. We're way too primitive for that. You fortify, and I could probably venture out a little further away from the city, actually. Let's go right over here and then fortify, and that'll be pretty good. So, we have surpassed the Iroquois in score. Also in military strength, which actually is a big part of the score, just because we're putting out so many units. This can start costing money, but it's not too bad. We should actually check the revolt meter. Yeah, okay, everyone is good and flat. so no one's getting worse. In fact, they're probably getting better. They're probably just maxed on stability right now. But it'll be very interesting to see what happens when we build that third city. Now, when I played this mod before and I had problems with stability, it was on a smaller map, and it's entirely possible that the stability or the revolution meter scales based on the size of the map. So on a map this big, potentially I can afford considerably more cities with somewhat more distance from my capital before stability starts to become a problem. And that's what I'm hoping. So, because we're going to probably do some fairly decent fast expanding, but that stability meter is really what we're going to try to push. As interesting as a split in our civilization would be, I'm actually going to try to avoid it. You know, just seems like a good idea. Okay, I want the city to grow a little bit more before I put up more workers, but that is probably what it's going to end up doing. I could build some buildings because I'll want them eventually, and it's not like they cost me any maintenance, but there's really no point right now. We've got lots of health and 3% more food. Oh god, that is really not much. It'll be 12% more food once I have everything. Once I get those sheep online. Well, I guess I could start the butchery. Then it'll be 6% more food, which is something. No, just more javelineers is fine. We need to fog bust. We need to mark out our territory. I think I'm actually going to send this guy maybe all the way over here to this potential city site. Keep an eye on things there. We also don't want the Iroquois to steal some of our great spots. There's actually a really good spot farther to these. Most powerful civilizations in the world, we're actually number 2. Out of what? How many civs are there? 20? Holy cow, we have put out a lot of military. If the Iroquois were closer, we could just mass up and maybe even attack them. See this here, they got a truffle event. Now, the truffle event, I think, has to happen within city borders, so I suspect that the Iroquois are probably way over here. And actually, there's some great spots for cities here. My god. Even here would be super sweet. It's quite far away, though, but, could you imagine something like this? Or I guess, so we can move there, but then we lose, we gain, we lose, we gain. I don't know what's optimal. I like building on the jungle because then it gets rid of the jungle. Something like that. I don't know. It's a little too far away to consider right now, but it's an amazing city spot. But yeah, I'm really worried about distance from capital. It does increase your maintenance, but it's also just from the stability side. Yeah. Okay, you have just completed, which is great. So you're actually going to go all the way up to the sheep. In fact, I should just queue you. You're going to the sheep, and then I can't queue the build. All right, never mind that. Just go to the sheep. The Illyrian pirates have declared war on Iroquois merchant shipping. That must be a random event, because I don't think there's a civ called Illyrian pirates. How peculiar. Oh, did it again. So down here, I can't do anything with this jungle. I can't chop down jungle, buddy. There's enough tiles improved over here, so we don't need to worry about too many others. And we'll just come up and build farms. Actually, we can build the silk here. I guess we're going to do that. Another javelineer complete. I'm really pushing the warriors. They are slightly quicker to produce, but I've got plenty of warriors. It'd be nice if I had the stone already hooked up, then these would be 10% cheaper. I think once this grows to size 2, we might, I don't know, we might pump out a settler from here as well. Let's build another one. We're okay. We financially, our unit cost, our unit maintenance and everything is nothing. It's just our city. We have slight city maintenance, and that is all. So, I wonder if we just send this guy out to scout. Just explore. He's pretty... Oh! Here's an Iroquois city. Wow. Look at this, another great spot. There's lots of desert, but lots of good tile too. This is a freshwater tile. If we settle there, we get quite a bit. We get more resources here, actually, which is probably better. It still counts as fresh water. In a desert, fresh water. So wrong. It's in fact so good and right on the Iroquois border that I'm definitely going to send a guy down there to keep an eye out, but we may just want to steal that. So pasture and a road here. Well, a path, technically. It's so far away. It may rebel away from us, but it would be so nice to steal. Okay, you park. Boom, 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 boom. Jeez. That is far from the capital. Because our capital is Thebes, remember? It's even past Memphis here. Oof. You can build a silk farm. Amazing. Do that. Then build the road to down here. Make sure it's all connected up. Masonry almost done. Settler almost done. Definitely have to send a guy out to the stone pretty soon. Actually, and the potatoes. Actually failed to do that. We have not yet grown. What is this? We have a ship. Could build a trade caravan from here and send it off to our new city and help it build something quicker, but there's actually not enough to build for that to be worthwhile. So 2 turns away. Alright, one more Javelineer. And you are going to park yourself way over in this place. Oh, our upkeep just went up. We now have to pay city unit supply. Okay, so we've actually exceeded our number of free units by 1 at this point. I think this Javelineer is going to get it's parked a little bit. When Memphis completes its growth next turn, I think I'll stick a worker in front of that. Where's Settler? See? Wow, this city spot. I have no idea, and I think it's too far away. I think we'll have to conquer it militaristically later. Something is said about just growing towards the Iroquois in general, since these city spots are kind of safe, but I really think this first one has to be totally dependable. Just get our civilization up and running to have a basic amount of... Our money went up. I think our settler actually cost us maintenance. Unit upkeep, unit supply. Oh, units in enemy territory. Really? Who's in enemy territory? Guess because they're just outside of mine? I don't know. Yeah, I'm curious. Oh, look, the Egyptian settlers use camels. Yeah, we're going to see what happens when we settle the city. Very curious.
It is from their foes, not their friends, that cities learn the lesson of building high.
So we're going to detect marble now. We can build our quarry. Leads to a lot of things. Enables a lot of buildings. And then we're going to go back to pottery, which I think is great. Have we found any marble? Doesn't look it. And yeah, and this guy here is an Illyrian raider who's coming to my area. He's supposed to be at war with the Iroquois, not with me. What's up with that? Alright. Our per turn maintenance is going to go up considerably when we settle the city as well. Train the Javelineer here. Great. Now we can build the Sphinx. +1 happiness to all cities on the continent. That is huge! And double speed with stone, which is awesome, and we are Egypt. So I'm kind of thinking we have to build it on principle. We're going to have a lot of cities on this continent, so yeah, I like that idea a lot. Should we pump out a settler first is actually the big question. Let's put a turn into the Sphinx, settle the city, see what it does to our maintenance. Or to our... well, the maintenance and also the stability. What are you going to do? You can't do anything to me, buddy. You're just going to annoy me. Let's send it south to fill out. There's probably going to be a gap here. I'm going to park them right on this hill. Ooh, is that a barbarian? Yeah. Alright, build a city. Apparently the computer agrees with me in this spot, which always concerns me. If the computer thinks this is a good spot, it's probably wrong. But here we are. So we're going to go from -5 to, okay, only -6. Forming Heliopolis. Excellent. And, oh, we can build walls now. Which walls actually give culture. Happiness and culture. Interesting. Now, let me see something here. Do we have junta? We do have junta as our power, which is why the walls give happiness. So our people feel secure. Junta gives us lots of free military units, and it actually is not going to get replaced for a while. But it's worth noting that none of these other choices will give happiness for walls. But that's a pretty good source of early game happiness. Especially when, again, the bazaar is not going to do a whole hell of a lot for us. Plus 6% food is not bad. But I think I'm going to start on the walls. I'll probably switch to the granary once we finish pottery. But I think that's a good way to kill some time, actually. And the Sphinx, oh, let me turn off the food-oriented. Not that it apparently makes a difference. Oh yeah, because the wheat actually belongs to Memphis here. I flagged the wheat as belonging to Memphis. Because it was not necessarily resource-rich, I think. I felt that way when it started. And now, apparently, it's got lots of opportunity for farming, which is great. But I'm going to keep the wheat belonging to Memphis because... There we go. Now it belongs to Memphis. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it was showing me the my dot map, not the ownership. There we go. Now it owns it. Because I think this is going to be a great person farm. And maybe I should actually start, like, emphasize great persons now. It's not even, it doesn't have the population that it feels it can support it. So we'll leave it for now. But later on, I think that's what this is going to be. Once it grows a little bit bigger. And it's going to get happiness from the Sphinx. And we'll build some walls, which is going to be awesome. Okay, feeling good. Apparently masonry, very good tech for Egypt. Let's turn off the dot map on a couple... Well, no. Leave it on, so that way we can see city borders. Alright. Enemy Javelineer, which we're quite in favor of destroying. However... maybe we should hunt it down? Are we going to be any worse than defensive? I don't think so. I think it's going to work out exactly the same. Iroquois expanded a little to take half the resources from what I thought would be a prime city spot. So that's good to know and to scout. Now, unless I am wrong, and I'm never wrong, yeah, we have no ability to create any treaties with these guys at all. It's a miracle we're not just in open war. I'm going to just pull back to this hill, and we're going to keep a good eye there. I've gotten someone else coming here, which is a little bit overlappy. Maybe we'll redirect him here once he gets there. I don't know which Javelineer it is, though. Is this guy? Yeah. You're gonna go down here instead. Alright, good. And this might actually be a good time to pause. I think, yeah, another wall. We just want you to grow for now, Memphis. And getting the extra happiness cap will come in very handy later on. We'll move you all the way over here. I think we've actually already got someone moving there. Now that I think about it. So we are going to have you actually check all the way down here. I'm really curious to see what's going on there. Right. Our revolt status. Ah, worsening. See? Our two non-capital cities are actually worsening in their revolt trend because we have financial troubles. Okay, so down here, it's divided into two. You've got your empire stability. So overall, our empire has nothing good going for it. The bad things are that I'm in a chiefdom. My civics are chiefdom, junta, and survival. And that we have financial troubles because we're at negative income, I believe. But if I turn down my science, I think that would go away. But specifically, Memphis has goodness from happiness and the nationality civic, but badness from being distant from Thebes. And it's not distance, it's just across the river. And also badness from chiefdom and junta. Helios also has a distance penalty, and that's because we actually have a lot of civics that just give, see, plus 40% city distance instability penalty. Plus 30% from junta, that's why. So we definitely could have not rushed that sweet spot. Already we're going to have issues, and I don't want to rush another expansion. Although, right now, there's actually nothing bothering me, these cities, from the size of my empire. The size of my empire doesn't bother them at all. So maybe I could stick another city. The only problem is it would potentially hurt my financial situation a little bit more. Potentially not. What if I just talk... Oh, man. I have to go all the way down to 60% to break even. And let's wait a turn and see what happens if that still counts as trouble, which it might. Stupid enemy. Yeah, it still counts as financial trouble. Just don't have enough. It doesn't like the fact that I can only maintain a 60% science rate. Now I'm going to cap it off again because one of the ways to get out of this is simply to get technology that's going to help. And maybe pottery's not even it. We do have trade, which is nice, but what we really need is something that A, gives us money, and B, gives us civics. Which actually we can get a fair amount more happiness from Divine Cult. because we're going to have obelisk. We really, man, if I were starting this game over again, I would have rushed straight towards ceremonial burial, which I'm going to queue up here, because apparently Kemetism is the appropriate Egyptian religion. We would have gotten that. It's already been taken. And also because Divine Cult makes so much sense. And we've got the pyramids, which gives us extra happiness with Divine Cult. Okay, that sounds really strong. And let's just check to see. Right now, we are just... Our religion is just folklore. We could switch to prophets. Oh. Now, this sort of implies... See, with folklore, you just have no state religion. Prophet would give us a better birth rate in cities with the state religion, but we don't have a religion right now. But it also gives us more happiness from Stonehenge, which is good because we have Stonehenge. But other than that, it doesn't do much. And actually, I thought we were spiritual. What? We are. Oh, spiritual in the normal game means you have no anarchy whatsoever. In this game, it means there's a maximum of 2 turns of anarchy. So apparently... Or maybe because we're on marathon speed. Which is a balancing thing. So we would lose 2 turns abduction switching to folklore, which would give us nothing except a little bit more happiness from Stonehenge. And that's really it. But when we get to Divine Cult, look at how much it does. So we actually get a penalty to our Great Person birth rate, which kind of sucks, but we're not actually building any right now. Much more free military units because, I mean, you know, you have a whole cult based around divinity, which, you know, worshipping the pharaoh Quill 18. Ooh, I like where this is going. Yeah. Now, we do get more instability. So +2 instability per turn in each city. But we get some national stability. We get a lot of stability for owning a state religion holy city, which means we really need to found a freaking religion. Yeah, we get a lot of stability from religion. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. And some bonus happiness. We need a freaking religion. What has been claimed? Hinduism and Kemetism, and that's all. Alright. I do like pottery, but I think, and I hate leaving things half finished because that's sort of a wasted turn, but we need to rush to a religion. Now, the only way to get to monotheism is actually through 2 other techs. We could get dualism. That'd be faster. No one's discovered Zoroastrianism, which I know nothing about. Apparently it's in Persia. Well, Persia's close to Egypt. Right? Belief in dualism, good as evil, as either a cosmic one, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so, alright. Alright, I think that's what we have to do. Let us build the Oracle, which is going to be a nice technology if we get marble. Free technology is awesome. Some nice world wonder here, more priestly type stuff. So I think, okay, we may end up working with a very religious-based economy here. Temple of Isis, very nice. Oh, this is a huge bonus if you have Kemetism as your state religion. Oh, that makes me sad. Damn it, we really should have... Oh, man, we totally missed out on an opportunity to make Egypt be really, really Egypt. And by we, I mean it's your fault for not telling me before I even started the game that this is what I should do, even though you had no idea that I was going to be playing this game. So there. Way to go. Alright, priesthood it is. And you know what? In interest of rushing, let's... Well, actually, it doesn't really matter. Maximizing commerce, and priest doesn't actually give us technology. We've got 100% research. Okay, so we're researching that as quickly as we can. So we have the Javelineer, which is going to park itself down here. Great. We have this worker who absolutely positively has to get his ass over to the stone. In fact, we are going to start by building a road over this way, which is kind of a silly looking road, but we'll have to do. Because we're going to want one anyway, connecting all these cities, connecting the stone. Otherwise, whether or not we have the stone hooked up makes no difference whatsoever. Stupid enemy units, go away, you're annoying me. I don't want to build a ship just to kill them, but they literally can't do anything to me. It's not like I have any fishing boats or anything. Okay, good. You are going to be coming over this way because you're going to be working on hooking up the stones very quickly. Our city borders are going to expand in 15 turns, which is actually not as quick as I would hope. So you're actually going to join up this guy who's building the road and just help him build the road. And you can't even improve that. Alright, great. I guess you're going to come down here and chop down this forest and make me... I can't chop down the forest. You need iron working to chop down forests too? No kidding! Actually, I kind of like that change, frankly. Because, I mean, you can chop down some trees with bronze axes, but to really deforest an area, you need a lot more resources. You're going to come down here. Maybe you'll build a mine for me then. We really need those borders to expand. Holy cow. Get a great profit in 103 turns in Thebes. I wonder, how many can we sign? That, which cuts our great profit turn down to 26. No. Not fast enough to be worthwhile. I was just wondering if we might be able to use the great profit to pop a technology for us for free. And save us a few turns. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And you near Thebes, yeah. And you can just build a mine here. Huh. Mines get significant production bonuses from roads and highways and railroads and everything. Very cool. Becomes a mine shaft in 120 turns. What is a mine shaft? What is index? Because that is new. Mine. Mine? Mine shaft. Shaft mine. Wait. Oh! It becomes more productive. Instead of just +1 production, it's +2 production and +1 commerce. And still gets various benefits, plus some others. So having early mines is very beneficial. Very much like having early cottages. Holy cow. 120 turns is not very long either on Marathon, because we've got a total of like 1,600 turns before the end of the game. Fascinating. What a neat mod. Okay, we're losing money at a slightly higher rate here, which sucks. How's our revolutions? Cities are still good. They're worsening, but they're still good, so... Alright, they're not worsening very quickly, which is very nice. We might be able to afford sneaking in another city here, but... Again, financially I'm a little concerned, and I like what we're building here. The walls are sort of null, but they are giving the cities a chance to grow a little bit more. Memphis will hopefully... In fact, why don't you... can you focus on growth? Well, you're already pretty focused on growth. Not really going to be able to improve, so... Yeah, and then size 3 Memphis will probably be the next guy to pop out a... Ooh, barbarians. Attack my units. We're on a hill, though. We should be okay. Javelineer versus Javelineer. Good job. You sit tight. The Sphinx! Oh, someone beat me to the Sphinx. Alright, well, we weren't even that far. Plus, it's going to give us some money. I'm not going to cry over that. I mean, the +1 happiness definitely would have been nice, but it's not the end of the world. And what are we going to build next? A healer's hut? We're still good on health. Although there's certainly an argument to be made that at some point it would be nice to get more health. But alright, you can start on a... You know what? You've almost grown. Let's let you finish growing. Alright, well, you know what? The walls. We'll start you on the walls, then we'll switch you to the settler in 3 more turns now. Priesthood. Build temples and stuff. Good. Dualism, 28 turns. Oof. At least we're still at 100% research. Hopefully we can beat people to that, but of course they've had a lot more time to work on that than we have. You are going to grow in culture in 6 turns, so what are we going to do with our workers until then? You know, we'll just have them kill some time by building some paths. You're going to build a path to there, and you will build a path to here. And go. Alright, and since nothing particularly exciting is going on right now, I'm going to end this session, and we will come back sometime into the future, when hopefully we will be perhaps expanding to one more city site. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.